I sent the link, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Faye sent the link, I think. Shared the link. Anyway, you're here, so that's good. Bravo, Sam, for being early. Kate in the Gulf. Hope all's well with you guys. Drinking tea today. Tea. Is that working all right? Oh, testing. All okay? Can hear me fine? I hope. Oh, did I? No, maybe. Evening, boss. Hope you're well. Yeah, old shadow.
Is it? That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're having a sort of. Not very personal,
As long as you can't see my pants hanging up, that's the most important thing. Hi, Sarah. Evening, John. Hi, Trish. Andy. No, we haven't started, but we're just about to. So glad you made it on time. Just about. So good. Only one round, which has more than 5 today. Oh, contentious. But we've ticked over. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
I'll send him some pictures, tell him. Okay, so first round is geography. Question 1. In which US state would you find Fort Knox? In which US state would you find Fort Knox? Ah, good evening, neighbourinos.
Hello.
Hi, Layla. Ah, that's nice to hear, Layla. Hope the house move went all right.
Brilliant. Oh, good luck. Paul, Laurie, we're on the tea now.
Oh, it's working all right so far. So that's good. So again, question 1, in which US state would you find Fort Knox? Question 2, the Strait of Gibraltar separates the Iberian Peninsula from which African country? So the Strait of Gibraltar separates the Iberian Peninsula from which African country? Question 3. Mount Vesuvius overlooks which present-day Italian city? Mount Vesuvius overlooks which present-day Italian city? Is it just the two of you, Kate, or are you doing it with the Lowestoft crew as well? Oh, lovely.
Oh, nice.
You've got a super team then. Good to hear. Question 4. What African country has the largest population? What African country has the largest population? Ah, William, how are you? Have you arrived late, William? Have you missed any questions? We're on question 4 now. And question 5. Greenland is an autonomous territory within which country? Okay, cool, so you got them. Greenland is an autonomous territory within which country? This is questions 1 to 4. David, you really need to turn up on time. Is D got you doing jobs around the house? Right. Question 1. In which US state would you find Fort Knox? Question 2. The Strait of Gibraltar separates the Iberian Peninsula from which African country? 3. Mount Vesuvius overlooks which present-day Italian city? And 4. What African country has the largest population? Okay, moving on to round 2, which is entertainment. Question 1. In which US TV series did Kiefer Sutherland play the character of Jack Bauer? In which US TV series did Kiefer Sutherland play the character of Jack Bauer? Hello, Kate and Joad.
Hi, guys.
I hope your foot's feeling a bit better. We're doing all right. Yeah, thank you. Pretty saying, Question 2. Which 2 actors played Alfie in the 1966 and 2004 films of the same name? Which 2 actors played Alfie in the 1966 and 2004 films of the same name? And you can have a point for each because I'm feeling generous. Question 3. Yeah, fine, thanks. All so far, so good. Eaten too much, drunk too much. So yes, good weekend. Question 3. Who lived at 29 Acacia Road, Nutty Town? Who lived at 29 Acacia Road, Nutty Town? Question 4. Which film had the subtitle Lost in New York? Which film had the subtitle Lost in New York? And question 5. What is the name of Renee's wife in Allo Allo? That probably doesn't travel to New York, that one, I reckon. So apologies. But what is the name of Renee's wife in Allo Allo? Right, round. Yeah. Oh, you're just in the wrong generation, Layla. Oh, I can't even recommend you go and watch them, really, because they weren't that funny.
No.
And there's bound to be something in here for you. Absolutely sure of it. So an art round is round 3. Question 1. Emanuel Redinsky was born in Philadelphia in 1890 and died in Paris in 1976. He was a surrealist painter and photographer. By what name is he better known? Emanuel Radinsky was born in Philadelphia in 1890 and died in Paris in 1976. He was a surrealist painter and photographer. By what name is he better known? This round especially for Andy, Trish. Question 2. What colour is cerulean? Cerulean. What colour is cerulean? Claire's not there, I might save that one for another time.
Yeah, we've got friends over, they're still there.
I think I might save that for another time then. Question 3. Glass of Absinthe is a sculpture by which 20th century artist? Glass of Absinthe is a sculpture by which 20th century artist? I can. Emanuel Radinsky was born in Philadelphia in 1890 and died in Paris in 1976. He was a surrealist painter and photographer. By what name is he better known? Question 4. What type of paint was made out of pigment and egg yolk? What type of paint was made out of pigment and egg yolk? Okay. Question 5. In which century did Rococo art and architecture develop? In which century did Rococo art and architecture develop? Okay, no repeats. Moving on then. This round is superheroes. And you can have a point for each of these. Question 1. Question 1, what is the day job of Spider-Man? And what about Wonder Woman? So what's the day job of Spider-Man? What is the day job of Wonder Woman? Okay, question 2. A mortally wounded Detroit police officer named Alex Murphy was transformed into which powerful cyborg? A mortally wounded Detroit police officer named Alex Murphy was transformed into which powerful cyborg? Okay, moving on. I managed to write another round very quickly there. So sorry, I was switched one out. Question 3, which fictional superhero was born Aurora Monroe to a tribal princess of Kenya and an American father? So which fictional superhero was born Aurora Monroe to a tribal princess of Kenya and an American father? Labo, have you got your super team? I've got the gardening round coming up. So let's hope your gardening experts are on form. Question 4, which superhero gains his transformation following accidental exposure to gamma rays during the detonation of an experimental bomb? Yeah. Okay, good. Which superhero gains his transformation following accidental exposure to gamma rays during the detonation of an experimental bomb? If Indrik was a superhero, that'd probably be him. Question 5, which humanoid with metallic skin can travel space with the aid of his surfboard-like craft? Which humanoid with metallic skin can travel space with the aid of his surfboard-like craft? Right, no pressure on your green thing, good friends. Here comes the gardening round. Sure, my mum and dad will be pleased as well. Question 1. Most species of eucalyptus are native to which country? Most species of eucalyptus are native to which country? Question 2. Who is the patron saint of gardeners, horticulture, florists, brides and brewers? Who is the patron saint of gardeners, horticulture, florists, brides and brewers? Question 3. I just woke up. Please open. Yeah. Well, you know, trying to get something for everyone. Sure, there were a few people looking at each other in a puzzled way. Question 3. Which fruit has main varieties, slicing, burpless, and pickling? Which fruit has main varieties called slicing, burpless, and pickling? Yeah, burpless, as in Burples, burpless. Well, yes.
Yes.
Question 4. What fruit comes in varieties Oro Blanco, Ruby Red, Thompson, and Pink? What fruit comes in varieties Oro Blanco, Ruby Red, Thompson, and Pink? My pieces, that was nice. Okay. Question 5. Which television presenter and gardener owns a garden in Herefordshire called Long Meadow? Which television presenter and gardener owns a garden in Herefordshire called Long Meadow? And question 6, what colour is the flower Speedwell? What colour is the flower Speedwell? Right, the last round of the first half is transport. Question 1. Incheon International Airport is the largest airport in which country? Incheon is spelt Incheon. Incheon. Incheon International Airport is the largest airport in which country? Question 2. Which taxi service in Bangkok gets its name from the sputtering sound of its engine? Which taxi service in Bangkok gets its name from the sputtering sound of its engine? Question 3. Which shortened name is given to the North American intercity bus carrier which began life in Hibbing, Minnesota in 1914? Which shortened name is given to the North American intercity bus carrier which began life in Hibbing, Minnesota in 1914? Question 4. Track 29 at Pennsylvania Station was the point of departure of which famous train? Track 29 at Pennsylvania Station was the point of departure of which famous train? And question 5, in which town are Ferraris made? In which town are Ferraris made? I think they've even had one Ferrari named after this town. So you know your cars. Okay, if there's no repeats, we can go and mark the first half, see where you all are. All right, the answers then. Geography. Fort Knox is in the state of Kentucky. The Strait of Gibraltar separates the Iberian Peninsula from Morocco. Mount Vesuvius overlooks Naples. Largest population African country, Nigeria. Greenland is an autonomous territory of Denmark. Right, entertainment. Keith Sutherland plays the character of Jack Bauer in 24. The two actors that played Alfie, the 66 and 2004 films respectively, Michael Caine and Jude Law. So you've got a point for each of those. What was 3? Did I miss it? Mount Vesuvius overlooks Naples. Fort Knox, Kentucky. So Kentucky is the answer we're looking for. Oh, in the second one, okay. Keith Sutherland plays Jack Bauer, 24. That's the name of the series, 24. The two actors, Michael Caine, Jude Law. Number 3, 29 Acacia Road, Nutty Town. Who lived there? Banana Man. Banana Man. Film that had the subtitle Lost in New York. Home Alone. And Rene's wife in Hello Hello was Edith. Edith. Right, art. Emanuel Radetzky was better known Man Ray. Man Ray. A cerulean is blue. Glass of Absinthe is a sculpture by Pablo Picasso. Number 4 is a pigment made out, a paint made out of pigment and egg yolk is tempera. Tempera. And Rococo art and architecture developed in the 18th century. 18th century. Right, superheroes. So Spider-Man was a photographer and Wonder Woman was a nurse. So point for each. The Detroit police officer that was transformed into a powerful cyborg, RoboCop. Aurora Monroe, to a tribal princess of Kenya and an American father. That's Storm. Storm. The superhero that gains his transformation following accidental exposure to gamma rays. That's the Hulk. The Hulk. And the humanoid with metallic skin that can travel with the aid of his surfboard-like craft. The Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer. Right, gardening. Most species of eucalyptus are native to Australia. The patron saint of gardeners, horticulture, florists, brides and brewers, that apparently is Saint Dorothy. Saint Dorothy. The fruit, which has main varieties called slicing, burpless and pickling, that's cucumber. The fruit that comes in varieties Oro Blanco, Ruby Red, Thompson and Pink is grapefruit. TV presenter and gardener that has the a garden called Longmeadow, that's Monty Don. And Speedwell is blue in colour, blue. Right, transport. Incheon International Airport is in South Korea. The taxi service in Bangkok is the Tuk Tuk. The North American intercity bus carrier is the Greyhound. The famous train that departs from track 29 at Pennsylvania Station, that's the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Chattanooga Choo Choo. And Ferraris are made in the town of Maranello. Maranello. Right, so I reckon that's maximum points of 33 for the first half. I thought it was tricky. What was 3? 3 was the shortened name of the North American intercity bus carrier is the Greyhound bus. Greyhound. Wow, there's some great scores there. Cool, you've beaten me. Decent. Oh yeah, Labo, you're showing up well now. That's all you ever needed to do was bring your cleverer friends. I steal all your best lines, Gov. Don't worry. All decent. All decent. Right. Well, let's move on. Yeah, but your maybe second half will be your strong one. Second half could be your strong one. We'll see. We'll see. So, first round of the second half. Animals. Animals. What name is given to an adult female sheep? Nice, easy one to get us going. What name is given to an adult female sheep? Yay! Question 2. Alpacas are very similar to and often confused with which animals? Alpacas are very similar to and often confused with which animals? Question 3. What are young doves and young pigeons called? What are young doves and young pigeons called? That's the terminology. And question 4, within 1 degree Fahrenheit, what is the normal body temperature of a horse? Within 1 degree Fahrenheit, what is the normal body temperature of a horse? And question 5, what unit of measure are horses measured by? What unit of measure are horses measured by? Okay, next round is board games. Board games. Question 1, the original version of Monopoly was based on the streets of which American city? The original version of Monopoly was based on the streets of which American city? Question 2, which strategy board game derives its name from the Latin for I play? Which strategy board game derives its name from the Latin for I play? Question 3, how many dice are rolled in the dice game Yahtzee? How many dice are rolled in the dice game Yahtzee? Question 4, does this person wear glasses? Is a typical question in which two-player game? Does this person wear glasses is a typical question in which two-player game? Question 5, in the board game Operation, what happens if the player touches the body while attempting to remove organs? In the board game Operation, what happens if the player touches the body while attempting to remove organs? I think that's still around now, that game. But yeah, that's the time when we played it, wasn't it? Sure, shaky hands now. I'll be, yeah, I'll have no chance. Right, next round is acronyms. Acronyms. Number 1, what does ASBO stand for? ASBO, what does ASBO stand for? Question 2, you'll all be familiar with our SAS, part of the Army. What does SAS stand for? So you're all familiar with the SAS in military terms. What does SAS stand for? Okay, so here we've got the postcode. In America, they have the zip code. But what does zip, Z-I-P, what's that short for? So question 4, we're all familiar with the BMW car, but the BMW stands for something. What does it stand for? And finally, number 5, OPEC. What does OPEC stand for? You obviously hear a lot about it in terms of Middle East and control of oil price. So OPEC, what's that short for? Thank you, Layla. Right, next round is sport. Question 1. In 10-pin bowling, what is the term given for 3 consecutive strikes? In 10-pin bowling, what is the term given for 3 consecutive strikes? Question 2, who holds the women's record for the 100 meters sprint? And she had nails as long as her fingers. Who holds the women's record for the 100 meters sprint? Question 3, in which Asian city were the 1964 Summer Olympics held? In which Asian city were the 1964 Summer Olympics held? Question 4, of what was Pluto Platter the original name? So what sporting pastime implement had the original name of Pluto Platter? And question 5, what does a black flag signify in motor racing? What does a black flag signify in motor racing? He did, yeah, he did, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. That one there. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, so now you've got an audio. Much apologies to everyone. This is basically 5 songs, and you're going to hear songs that have been covered by indie artists. So you get 10 seconds, and you've just got to tell me the name of the artist who are singing the song. Okay, I'll turn it up, and hopefully, well, I don't think Mum and Dad will get anything. Sorry, Mum. You can tell me off in the email you send me. Right. But it's only 5, so don't panic. So here comes number 1. Who is the indie artist or artiste with this song? I'll give you that one more time. That was that one. Number 2. Only said goodbye with words I died 100 times. You go back to. I thought he's got quite a distinctive voice, so one more time. You said goodbye with words I died 100 times. You go back to. This is number 3. Which indie group is this? Got 2. Don't you ever come around here? Don't want to see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in the eyes of you. One more time. Don't you ever come around here? Don't want to see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in the eyes. Number 4. Again, quite a distinctive voice, so those in the know. One more time. And the last one, I can just see Dave and Dee and Trish and Alan high-fiving each other. Here we go. Go out every night and sleep all day. Quite distinctive, that one. What was 1? Yeah, I'll give it one more time in a minute. Okay, last one again, number 5. Go out every night and sleep all day. Okay, and number 1, one more time. Okay, there you go. Anyway, it's all over now. So stop the palpitations. Breathe into a paper bag. Well, you might get a round on, you know, you had that good one, didn't you, the other day? And you said, last week with the originals. Oh, yeah, we like originals. So, you know, it's just those 5. Okay, so the last round is history. Be much more up your strata, I'm sure. History. Question 1. In which country was Greenpeace founded in 1971? In which country was Greenpeace founded in 1971? Question 2. Who was Henry VIII's last wife? Who was Henry VIII's last wife? And apologies, John, I'm not sure that you studied the Tudors in school like we all did. Question 3. What institution was known as the First Reich? What was the First Reich? Yeah, you were lucky. I can still draw a Tudor rose today. Question 4. Which age occurred between the Stone and the Iron Ages? Which age occurred between the Stone and the Iron Ages? And last question of this quiz. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, but who stayed behind in the command capsule? Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, but who stayed behind in the command capsule? So if there are no repeats, I will give you the answers to rounds 7 to 12. Animals. Obviously, a adult female sheep is known as a ewe. Alpacas are often confused with llamas. Young doves and pigeons are called squabs. A temperature of a horse is 100.5. So you can have 99.5 up to 101.5 to get your point. And horses are measured in the unit of hands. Right, board games. The original version of Monopoly was based on Atlantic City, New Jersey. The strategy board game that derives its name from the Latin for I play is called Ludo. In Yahtzee, there are 5 dice. Does this person wear glasses is a typical question in the board game Guess Who? Guess Who? And in the board game operation, if you're playing and you touch the body while attempting to remove the organs, the board will buzz and the red nose will light up. So that is what happens. The answer, the board will buzz and the red nose will light up. Right, acronyms. ASBO stands for Antisocial Behaviour Order. Antisocial Behaviour Order. SAS Special Air Service. ZIP code. ZIP is Zone Improvement Plan. BMW is Bavarian Motor Works. And OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. Sport, 10-pin bowling, 3 consecutive strikes is known as a turkey. The lady who holds the record for the 100 meters is Florence Griffith Joyner, or Flojo, you have either or. Florence Griffith Joyner, who was known as Flojo. The 1964 Summer Olympics were held in Tokyo. The Pluto Platter was the original name of the Frisbee. And a black flag signifies driver disqualified. Hey, Chris. Okay, the songs that you heard, or the artists you heard covering the tracks. Number 1, you heard Radiohead. 2 was Elbow. 3 was Supergrass. 4 was the Arctic Monkeys. And 5 was the Stereophonics. And history, Greenpeace was founded in Canada. Henry VIII's last wife was Catherine Parr. The First Reich was actually the Holy Roman Empire. The age between the Stone and Iron Ages was the Bronze Age. And Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, and it was Michael Collins who stayed behind in the command capsule. Michael Collins. So I reckon that is a quiz with 63 points in it. 63. Well, David and Dee, considering you wouldn't have got anything on the music, that's very decent. Very, very decent. You can go to bed tonight thinking nice thoughts. 45, see that was the music got up, you see, yeah. Then you've answered 45. 45. Yeah. Give yourself a half, John, eh? Yeah, the super teams have done well, haven't they?
Well done, Leda.
Yeah, decent score on your own, Bill.
Well done.
Yeah. I know, Trish, I know. But next time, going to be perfect for you, I'm sure. 62.
Well done.
Brilliant. Well, look, thanks everyone for coming. It's much appreciated. Same time next week. 42. Yeah, that's very good. Have a good week, everyone, and you're back to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, we'll keep in touch, and we'll be here next week. So dip in and dip out as and when you can, and have a good week ahead. Love to you all, guys.
See you later.
Thanks very much. Bye.